Here we go. When we get started cutting this thing up. No, I'm not going. I don't have to cut up the AT-AT anymore. But I did get to go to Hobby Lobby yesterday. And I got me sheet of polystyrene. 1.5 mil. One sheet is it's the same size, but it's like almost $2 cheaper, at least $1.60 cheaper. So I was like, that's cool. They only had one. I only grabbed one. Nice big long piece. So I may use my template that I made. I may use a piece of it, then hopefully, yeah, that'll work. No, I'm gonna go this way. I cut my 5 inches off, then hopefully I can use the rest of this nice big piece for my gribblies, and I still have to make the rear end cover. So I'm super excited, but I also forgot to get me some polystyrene rods for the chin guns, which is annoying. But I'm not gonna get this done today. It's not gonna. I don't even know if I'll be able to get it done next weekend. But I got some parts to get me started, and I got a gray. They had 3 grays. I didn't want to spend $12 on a rattle can. I might use one. So I tried looking at the models, their paint, but they wanted $9 for a can half that size. And I was like, this was what, 6? They had this. They had a darker gray. They had like a light gray, medium gray, and a dark gray. And it was up. This one is damn near perfect. And I thought about maybe I want to spray it a little darker, but then I was thinking it was too dark. So I'm hoping that this, it's a little yellowed. Maybe if I just lay it on like a couple extra coats. But I think that's gonna work. I was like, that's pretty well perfect. That's probably about the original color. So that's what I got. And oh yeah, spoiler. I took the hood, what was left of it, and I was at work thinking about the roof. And so I used just my utility knife, and I cut up the hood. So this was the roof, and like this is the back section. I wish if it was a little wider, I could have used it for the rear, but it's about half an inch too narrow. But I cut me some pieces. I got the sides, I cut them off. I just use a utility knife. You have no control. You just gotta like push the knife and kind of like hack the knife in. And then once you get started, just push, and it's gonna go where it's gonna go. So there's not really any control. But I got some pieces. But I saved the roof, and I was thinking if it was just a little bigger, I could have used, the width is perfect. If it was just a little taller, use the roof to replace those panels so you have like basically no zero waste, like zero waste, and I don't know, it'll be the same pattern. The pattern, the gribblies that Ken are sculpted, have that panel on the side, and then make your cuts. So it's just a little short. And I was also looking at it. I was like holding it up. The hinges, factory hinge and factory hinge. And now I was looking at the picture of the prototype. It's pretty fuzzy once it gets to the back of the truck. But the factory hinge is here, and it looks like one long panel. Turn a little bit more to about the rear haunch. So I was wondering, because there's a line, and then the rest of it in the back is kind of fuzzy. So I was wondering, it's hard to make out, but I wondered if this whole, easy buddy, if it didn't bend down, hinge like the original door. So I was thinking about it. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but I have an 1/8 polystyrene rod that fits, perfect. And those factory hinges, I'm not going to move it because there's a screw here and then there's a screw here. I don't want to integrity. I want to try to keep this back panel solid. But I'm thinking that Kenner, the prototype, had a hinge right here and that whole panel. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know because on the original there's clips up on the top. You kind of squeezed them to flop the door. I don't know if whenever I put my panel on, if I could get me a piece of polystyrene and kind of notch it and glue it to the back where it could catch, not just too low, catch this lip to hold it. I don't know yet because I'm going to paint it, and the only way I could do it is just glue it on. Just glue it, paint it first, and then glue it to the tabs. Or I could put hinges on it using that polystyrene rod and try to come up with something. I haven't decided yet, but today I'm going to work on the hatch, the side panel with my polystyrene, the rear, and then I'm going to try and make me a chin, the light cover. I'm going to try and make it, I'm going to use this 1.5. I like to use the 0.5, I think it's too thin. So I just want to put something, make something. I probably have enough scraps. I have enough little pieces to cover the light bulb. We'll see how far I get started. I got Sunday morning, it's almost 8 o'clock, so work on this for a couple hours, see what I can get done. Do some cutting. We'll do a lot of measuring. Measure, double measure, triple measure. And go off my template, but make a few adjustments. Like this is an inch and 3/4. I'm going to take about 1/8 off of it. Camera's over here. I